Hello YouTube, this is Lisa. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I'm doing great. If you are a first-time visitor to my channel, I appreciate you stopping by today. And if you are a return viewer, thank you for coming back to see me again today. I am in my car on my lunch break. I just wanted to kind of do a little chat with you and just kind of do an overview of like an end of the summer garden chat with you all, and what happened and what my plans were, and if everything happened as planned for my summer garden 2023. At the beginning of the year, I had done a garden chat with you all, and I had laid out all my plans that I want to do for the whole year. And we're just in August. This August 10th, Thursday, August 10th today, and we still have time in the year, I guess, to get some of the things done. But like every year, I like to try to make some plans, set some goals on some things that I want to do for my garden, whether it's to make upgrades or get new tools or trellises or whatever, just to kind of make gardening easier for me, or even if I wanted to expand, you know, get the things that I would need to expand my garden. So I had said back in February that I wanted to have a fence put in, because I was having problems with pests getting in, and my melon patch last year, something got in and was just eating all my honeydew melons, and some of my watermelons had gotten eaten before we could harvest them. So got that done in July. I think we got the fence put in. I wanted to get irrigation, but I didn't get that yet. Like I said, we're still in 2023, August 2023, so there's still time, I guess, but I didn't get that done yet. I wanted to get cattle panel. We got 3, I think there were 4x8 cattle panels, and we got them up. Actually, the wind blew one over last Sunday, but it is, we got 3 of them, so we did get those. But we did not have a vehicle that we could get some of these things, and we do now, so that we have the cattle panel now. Wanted to get PVC pipes to make like hoop houses over our beds. We got some of the PVC pipes. Harvest, like a harvest table with a sink. Got that done. Got one of those. Been enjoying it. Been washing up some of the harvests before we have to take them in the house, and it has just been wonderful to be able to do that, because some things, you know, you harvest and it's just better to get a good first washing outside before you take it into your kitchen. And then I wanted a shelf to for like curing potatoes and sweet potatoes, or drying garlic and onions. I didn't get that, but we used this little greenhouse. We used it this year for drying the onions and the garlic, but it's so little and can't put much on it at a time, and we have been harvesting a lot of that garlic and onions. and just kind of wanted something bigger than what that will hold. I also wanted to get some frost and freeze protection covers. Some people can't drive. Now, you know that don't go that direction and you just messing up. But I want to get, I had planned to get more freeze and frost protection covers, the roll covers, the thermal kind, and I did that. I got enough for the 4 big garden beds that I have out in the big garden, fenced in garden, and I think I may have 1 or 2. I think I just got enough of those, and then we just figure out the little small beds in the patio garden. So I started on that, and I've gotten some. We wanted to concentrate on our soil, make it more healthy. And this summer, my sister did it last year. She was making a lot of like comfrey tea. She was using her comfrey leaves to make the comfrey tea. She put all her comfrey leaves into a big pot and put some water in it and let it sit, and we pour it in over the plants and they just love it. So she did that again this year. And sometimes when the summer garden season comes in, it's like rush. And if you don't write things down, time will get away from you. And before you know it, it's been, a long time, and you may not have fertilized and all that. So I just made me a chart this year and wrote down whenever I did fertilize and when it was time, when the next fertilizing would be. And so I pretty much try to follow that. In the previous summers, I would fertilize, and then it just get hot, and I think, well, it's too hot to do it right now. I'll wait till this evening, and then I didn't do it that evening. And sometimes, the times would just pass by, and I would not fertilize like I should. And when you don't fertilize, the plants will suffer. And then if the plants are suffering, then that just leaves it, for the aphids and the pests of all kinds to sneak in and take advantage of your plants. And I didn't have, I followed the chart this summer, and I think our plants benefited better by fertilizing when they needed it, when it was time, and all like that. And so, but I fertilized when I should have, and I think my plants did better because of it. Now, this summer, my okra didn't do well. My sweet and hot peppers did not do well, and I don't know why. But I got a co-worker that gardens, and she said the same thing. Her okra didn't do well, but her peppers did do well, especially the ones I gave her, the plants. And she said they did good, though. The tomatoes did good and all like that. So my tomatoes did good too, though. But I don't know. But if you just wondering why, or wondering when to fertilize and all that, just do your research and figure out which fertilizers work well with which plants, and just keep in mind when it is a good time to fertilize, and keep your chart so that you know, because when the hustle and bustle of the summer gardening starts, you'll forget, and then you may not do it, and then you'll be thinking, did I fertilize that? If you write it down, then you'll know. And that's what I tried. I just tried to follow that. So that was some plans that I had made for early on back in February of this year. But and during the summer, and I have just come up with some other things, and one is we'll be adding some more metal beds to our garden, and to kind of try to replace some of those totes. I have some of those cheap totes, and I ain't trying to put nothing or nobody down. I am not, because you buy what you can afford, you can buy what you can get, and all that. But if those black totes, those durable, heavy-duty black totes with the black top, with the yellow tops to them, those are the better totes, containers to garden out of. They are. Now, them ones you get, and they be like different colors and thin and all that, they may, I don't know, wherever you are, they may work good. But here in Alabama, North Alabama, when we have all the seasons, we have extreme cold, we have extreme hot, and we have everything in between. High winds, floods, all that. We have all that. And sometimes, we can get some of the bands from some of the hurricanes up here. We get all that. And so those totes don't, those little thin totes, they don't hold up to that kind of weather. They don't hold up to none of that. And so we have some of those in the garden, and we are going to replace them. We just kind of have a vision of how we want the garden to look. And if we don't have just the black containers, we want to have beds. And eventually we will have all metal beds, because some of the wooden beds that we have, the wood is just decaying and breaking down, and eventually we will have all metal beds. And I just think that they will work out better. I had said to myself, and I wrote it down, in 2024, I am not going to be having so many brassicas in the garden, because our springtime, we almost don't have one. It almost jumps from cold to hot, and brassicas don't do well. They don't grow well in hot. They just don't, and I'm just not gonna plant that many as I had. And now, when it was early in the spring, April, May, oh, I had the prettiest greens you could ever seen. I did mustard greens, red giant mustards, Georgia collards, and I did. Oh, that bed was beautiful. And the cabbage, oh, everything was just beautiful. But soon as the 80 and 90 and 100 degrees come along, my collard greens, they fried. And they're supposed to last longer because they got the thicker leaves. But anyway, I will be doing most of my brassica growing in fall time. So that's just how I feel about how I want to do, because they just don't, when the heat comes, it just fries them, and I don't want them like that. I am this year harvesting more seeds, and I'm learning more on how to harvest different seeds, like tomato seeds. I've learned how to harvest those better, and I'll have to harvest them, period, because I didn't know how to harvest, and I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun harvesting my own seeds. Gardening is getting so expensive. Buying seeds, buying starter plants, it's expensive. So if you can If you're growing your food, save the seeds and use them to plant your food the next year. And so you're gonna save a lot of money by doing that, and you just will. So the new plants that I planted this year is the honeycomb tomato, is the little orange cherry tomatoes. I will plant those again. Super Sweet 100, those with the red cherry tomatoes, I'm not gonna plant those again. Brandywine, I'm gonna plant that again. Paul Robeson, now y'all know Paul Robeson is coming back to my garden every year. Yes. Early Girl, it was too juicy, so I don't like a juicy tomato because it's messy when you make your sandwiches and make your bread soggy. I don't like juicy tomatoes, and there's all juice, and so then you don't taste nothing but juice, tomato juice, and I don't like juicy tomatoes. But the Early Girl is a good tomato plant. I mean, it grows well. It produced a lot of fruit. So if you're interested in something like that, a tomato that's real juicy, not much meat, but grows well, Early Girl is a good tomato plant. The Napa cabbage, it bolted early, so I'm gonna try it again. I got some growing now and they have germinated. The Chinese Merlot, I grew it and it germinated, but before I could get it transplanted into my garden, they died, so I didn't ever get to grow those. But I got those growing now too. Imperial broccoli, I'm gonna grow that again. That was my first time growing them. They were beautiful. They made nice heads, and I'm gonna grow those again. The Ford Hook butter bean or lima bean, I'll probably grow it again. It has produced well. They taste good, and I think I'll do those again. Snow peas, I grew first time this year. They are sweeter than the sugar snap peas to me, and I will grow those again next spring. The Sugar Kiss cantaloupe, I probably will, or I might not grow it again. I don't know. It's good. I probably would grow it again. I just think I got too many cantaloupes planted on that. I got 2 cantaloupes and I got the honeydew melon, and you've seen my melon patch. It is, you can't even walk through it hardly. But I don't know. I'll probably grow it again. But the Sugar Cube, that's the orange one. I don't know if you saw my cantaloupe taste test video. That one is real good, the Sugar Cube. And I have an orange tender sweet watermelon growing. I have not harvested any of it yet. It's my first year growing it, and so I don't know which one. I haven't tasted it yet, so I don't know if I'm gonna grow it again or not. When I did my second taste test, tomato taste test, you all gave me some suggestions, some tomatoes that I should try. And so far I have the Black Cream, the Mortgage Lifter, the Carbon tomato, Yellow Brandywine, Pink Brandywine, Cherokee Purple, and Sun Gold Cherry Tomato. So those are tomatoes that I'm going to try next year and in 2024. So I'm excited. I think I've gotten my sister to liking tomatoes now. She likes Paul Robeson, and she was good with the Brandywine, so we'll see. But that's just kind of what I wanted to talk about today. And you know, just sometime when you get a chance, because your summer gardens are probably slowing down, just take take some time, sit down and think about what happened good that you want to happen again, and how to make it happen again. What bad happened that you don't want to happen again, and how to not let it happen again. And just do an evaluation on yourself and your garden. And just because I kind of try to do it after every season, and just to see, am I in line with where I need to be and all that. So that's just kind of all that I wanted to talk about. You all have been wonderful to me this year, and I appreciate your kind comments and inspiring comments and encouraging comments, and you've sent me gifts. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I have just had so much fun meeting you all this year. And so I am going to end the video now. It's past time for me to go back into work. And so, but if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified every time I upload a video. And so you stay safe, you stay well, and stay hydrated in your gardens. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.